Lakewood Township, New Jersey. Lakewood Township is the most populous township in Ocean County in the U.S. state of New Jersey. A rapidly growing community as of the 2020 U.S. Census, the township had a total population of 135,158, representing an increase of 41,415 plus 45.5% from the 92,843 counted in the 2010 census. The township ranked as the fifth most populous municipality in the state in 2020 after ranking 7th in 2010 and 22nd in 2000. The sharp increase in population from 2000 to 2010 was led largely by increases in the township's Orthodox Jewish and Latino communities. Lakewood is a hub of Orthodox Judaism and is home to Beth Medrash Govoha BMG, the largest yeshiva outside of Israel. The large Orthodox population, which comprises more than half the township's population, strongly influences the township's culture and wields considerable political clout in the township as a voting bloc. History. The earliest documented European settlement of the present Lakewood area was by operators of sawmills from about 1750 forward. One such sawmill located at the east end of the present Lake Carriazo was known as Three Partners Mill from at least 1789 until at least 1814. From 1815 until 1818, in the same area, Jesse Richards had an iron smelting operation known as Washington Furnace, using the local bog iron ore. The ironworks were revived in 1833 by Joseph W. Brick, who named the business Burgeon Iron Works, which also became the name of the accompanying town. In 1865, the town was renamed Bricksburg. In 1865, and in 1880, it was renamed Lakewood and became a fashionable winter resort. Lakewood's developers thought that Bricksburg didn't capture their vision for the community, and the names Brightwood and Lakewood were proposed. After reaching out to area residents, Lakewood was chosen, and the United States Postal Service approved the name in March 1880. The name Lakewood was intended to focus on the location near lakes and pine forests. Lakewood was incorporated as a township by an act of the New Jersey Legislature on March 23, 1892, from portions of Brick Township. Portions of Howell Township in Monmouth County were annexed to Lakewood Township in 1929. Lakewood's three greatest hotels were the Laurel House, opened in 1880, closed in 1932. The Lakewood Hotel opened January 1891, closed in 1925, and the Laurel in the Pines opened December 1891, burned down in 1967. Lakewood's promoters claimed that its winter temperature was usually about 10 degrees warmer than that of New York City and were warmer than points located further south, but this claim is not substantiated by official records of the United States Weather Bureau. During the 1890s, Lakewood was a resort for the rich and famous, and the New York Times devoted a weekly column to the activities of Lakewood society. Grover Cleveland spent the winters of 1891, 1892, and 1890 to 1893 in a cottage near the Lakewood Hotel, commuting to his business in New York City. Mark Twain also enjoyed vacationing in Lakewood. George J. Goodeye acquired an estate at Lakewood in 1896, which is now Georgian Court University. John D. Rockefeller bought a property in 1902 which later became Ocean County Park. Lakewood's hotel business remained strong in the 1920s and 1950s, but went into severe decline in the 1960s. In 1943, Aaron Kotler founded Beth Medrash Govoha BMG. In time, it would grow to become the largest yeshiva outside of Israel. In the 1960s, much of the wood and cranberry bogs in the township were replaced by large housing developments. Leisure Village, a condominium retirement development on the south side of Route 70, opened for sale in 1963. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the township had a total area of 25.8 square miles, 64.95 km2, including 24.68 square miles, 63.92 square kilometers of land, and 0.40 square miles, 1.3 square kilometers of water, 1.59%. Lying on the coastal plain, Lakewood is a fairly flat place. 3/4 of it is 20 to above sea level, and its highest point is about 150 ft. The north branch of the Metadekunk River forms the northern boundary and part of the eastern boundary of the township, while the south branch runs through the township. A southern portion of the township is drained by the north branch of Kettle Creek. As implied in its name, Lakewood Township has 4 lakes, all of them man-made. 3 of them Lake Carriazo, Moneta, and Shenandoah are on the south branch of the Metadekunk River, whereas the 4th Lakewater is on Kettle Creek. Lakewood CDP, New Jersey, United States Census Bureau. Accessed August 20, 2012. Leisure Village 4000. 400 as of 2010, and Leisure Village East 4,217 as of 2010 are unincorporated communities and census-designated places CDP located within Lakewood Township. Other unincorporated communities, localities, and place names located partially or completely within the township include Greenville, Lake Carries-Alger, Seven Stars, and South Lakewood. The township borders the municipalities of Brick Township, Jackson Township, and Toms River in Ocean County, and Howell Township in Monmouth County. The township, including a portion of its southwestern portion, is one of 11 municipalities in Ocean County that are part of the Toms River watershed. Economy. Portions of the township are part of an urban enterprise zone UEZ, one of 32 zones covering 37 municipalities statewide. Lakewood was selected in 1994 as one of a group of 10 zones added to participate in the program. In addition to other benefits to encourage employment within the UEZ, shoppers can take advantage of a reduced 3.3,125% sales tax rate, half of the percent rate charged statewide at eligible merchants. Established in November 1994, the township's urban enterprise zone status expires in October 2025. The UEZ is overseen by the Lakewood Development Corporation, which works to foster the UEZ and the businesses that operate inside it through loan and grant programs. Arts and culture. The Strand Theatre, established in 1922, was designed by architect Thomas W. Lamb. Sports. Shoretown Ballpark, home of the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, is a 6,588-seat stadium constructed at a cost of $22 million through funds raised from the township's urban enterprise zone. The High East Jersey Shore Blue Claws, the higher minor league baseball affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, play at First Energy Park. The Blue Claws, previously known as the Lakewood Blue Claws, have led the league in attendance every year since its formation in 2001 up until 2011, with more than 380,000 fans in the 2001 season, representing an average attendance of more than 6,200 fans per game. Parks and recreation. Ocean County Park offers tennis courts, sports fields, hiking trails, beach volleyball, a driving range, swimming and cross-country skiing. Lakes Carries-Alger and Shenandoah have canoe and kayak access and jogging trails. The Sister Mary Grace Burns Arboretum is located on the campus of Georgian Court University. Demographics. A study of Jewish communities published under the auspices of the Birmingham Jewish Data Bank estimated that Lakewood had a total Jewish population of 54,500 in 2009, about 59% of the township's 2010 population. A 2018 estimate by NJ.com found that 2/3 of the township's residents, or about 90,000 people, were Orthodox Jews. The median value of owner-occupied housing is $322,000 with an average mortgage of $2,216 and additional housing expenses of $807. The median gross rent is $1,463. 2010 Census. The Census Bureau's 2006-2010 American Community Survey showed that in 2010 inflation-adjusted dollars median household income was $41,527 with a margin of error of ±$1797, and the median family income was $45,420 ±$2296. Males had a median income of $39,857 ±$4,206 versus $32,699 ±$2365 for females. The per capita income for the township was $16,430 ±$565. About 21.9% of families and 26.1% of the population were below the poverty line, including 36.0% of those under age 18 and 5.7% of those age 65 or over. 2000 Census. As of the 2000 United States Census, there were 60,352 people, 19,876 households, and 13,356 families residing in the township. The population density was 2431.8 PD/SQMI. There were 21,214 housing units at an average density of 854.8/SQMI. The racial makeup of the township was 78.77% white, 12.5% African American, 0.17% Native American, 1.39% Asian, 0.3% Pacific Islander, 4.61% from other races, and 2.98% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race are 14.80% of the population. There were 19,876 households, out of which 32.2% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 53.3% were married couples living together, 10.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 32.8% were non-families. 28.5% of all households were made up of individuals, and 19.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.92 and the average family size was 3.64. In the township, the population was spread out, with 31.8% under the age of 18, 10.1% from 18 to 24, 23.5% from 25 to 44, 15.7% from 45 to 64, and 18.9% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 31 years. For every 100 females, there were 91.6 males. For every 100 females aged 18 and over, there were 85.5 males. The median income for a household in the township was $35,634, and the median income for a family was $43,806. Males had a median income of $38,967 versus $26,645 for females. The per capita income for the township was $16,700. About 15.7% of families and 19.8% of the population were below the poverty line, including 28.9% of those under age 18 and 7.7% of those aged 65 or over. Local government. Lakewood Township is governed under the Township form of New Jersey municipal government, one of 141 municipalities of the 564 statewide that use this form, the second most commonly used form of government in the state. The Township Committee is comprised of 5 members, who are elected directly by the voters at large in partisan elections to serve 3-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with either 1 or 2 seats coming up for election each year as part of the November general election in a 3-year cycle. At an annual reorganization meeting, the Township Committee selects one of its members to serve as mayor and another as deputy mayor. The Township Committee controls all legislative powers of the township except for health matters, which are controlled by the Board of Health. In addition, the committee appoints members to boards, commissions, and committees. Each member of the Township Committee serves as a liaison to different divisions, departments, and committees. The mayor, elected from among members of the committee, presides at meetings and performs other duties as the Township Committee may prescribe. The mayor has the power to appoint subcommittees with the consent of the committee. When authorized, he or she may execute documents on behalf of the township, makes proclamations concerning holidays and events of interest, and exercises ceremonial power of the township and other powers conferred upon him by law. The members of the Lakewood Township Committee are Mayor Ray Colsey. Term on committee ends December 31, 2023. Term as mayor ends 2022. Deputy Mayor Menash Miller R. 2024. Albert Ackman R. 2022. Michael J. DeLisister R. 2023. and Mel Lichtenstein D. Police. Lakewood Township is served by the Lakewood Police Department LPD, which provides police protection for the township. It has several specialized units: traffic and safety, school resource officers, special response team SWAT, dive team, and a motorcycle patrol and bicycle patrol unit in the spring and summer. The current chief of police is Gregory Mayer. Fire. Lakewood Township is served by the Lakewood Fire Department LFD, a unified combination consisting of 4 volunteer fire stations and 1 career fire station which provide fire protection for the township. The fire department was founded in October 1888. The Board of Fire Commissioners was created in 1896. The first motorized equipment was purchased in 1915. The largest fire in township history occurred on April 20, 1940, when a forest fire destroyed over 50 structures and burned down most of the southern half of town. The largest loss of life caused by fire occurred on February 12, 1936, when the Victoria Mansion Hotel, valued at $100,000 equivalent to $1 million, located on the southeast corner of Lexington Avenue and 7th Street, was destroyed in the fire and 16 people died. The largest structure fire in department history occurred on March 29, 1967, when the bloc Long Laurel in the Pines Hotel was leveled by a suspicious fire that also killed 3 people. The last fire hose was picked up a week later when the fire was finally declared out. There are currently 32 career firefighters, including a career fire chief, 2 captains, 6 lieutenants, and approximately 40 volunteer firefighters. Chief of the Lakewood Fire Department is Jonathan Yar. Fire stations. Fire stations are located across the township. Engine Company 1, Engine 1, Engine 11, 119 First Street, Engine 2, 1350 Lanes Mills Road, Engine 3, 976 New Hampshire Avenue, Ladder 3, Engine 33, 170 Lafayette Boulevard, Engine 4, Engine 44, 300 River Avenue, Engine 5, 735 Cedarbridge Avenue, Career Ladder 5, 800 Monmouth Avenue, Career Support Services and RAC Unit, perhaps 733 Cedarbridge Avenue. EMS. Lakewood Township is served by 3 emergency medical services EMS entities, which include Lakewood EMS LEMS, Lakewood First Aid and Emergency Squad Alphas, and Tatzel EMS. The squads are all independently operated, but work together to provide emergency medical services for the township. Lakewood First Aid and Emergency Squad and Tatzel EMS are volunteer organizations, while Lakewood EMS is a career municipal service under the direction of EMS Chief Chris van de Zilver. In the event of a motor vehicle accident, Lakewood First Aid and Emergency Squad are the primary providers of vehicle extrication services for the township, and Tatzel EMS serves as backup. The 3 organizations collectively have approximately 150 volunteer and paid EMTs. Hatzela also has a paramedic unit by special arrangement with RWJ Bonobos Health. Lakewood First Aid and Emergency Squad scored 25 15 55 Pine Street, Hatzela EMS squad 45 Monmouth Avenue and 3rd Street, 501 West Candy Line Road at Teaford Avenue. EMS Department Lakewood EMS Quad 52 15 55 Pine Street. Federal, State, and County representation. Lakewood Township is located in the 4th Congressional District and is part of New Jersey's 30th State Legislative District. Ocean County is governed by a board of county commissioners comprised of 5 members who are elected on an at-large basis in partisan elections and serving staggered 3-year terms of office, with either 1 or 2 seats coming up for election each year as part of the November general election. At an annual reorganization held in the beginning of January, the board chooses a director and a deputy director from among its members. Ocean County's commissioners with party affiliation. Commissioner Director John P. Kelly R. 2022, Eagleswood Township. Commissioner Deputy Director Virginia East. Haynes R. 2022, Toms River. Barbara Jo Creel R. 2024, Little Egg Harbor Township. Gary Quinn R. 2024, Lacey Township and Joseph H. Vickery R. 2023, Toms River. Constitutional officers elected on a county-wide basis are County Clerk Scott M. Colley-Bella R. 2025, Barnegat Light, Sheriff Michael G. Master Nerdy R. 2022, Toms River, and Surrogate Jeffrey Mornauer 2023, Beechwood. Politics. As of March 23, 2011, there were a total of 37,925 registered voters in Lakewood Township, of which 6,417 16.9% were registered as Democrats, 13,287 35.0% were registered as Republicans, and 18,202 48.0% were registered as unaffiliated. There were 19 voters registered to other parties. Among the township's 2010 census population, 40.8% VS, 63.2% in Ocean County were registered to vote, including 70.2% of those ages 18 and over VS, 82.6% countywide. Vod in Lakewood is an 11-member council of elders from the Orthodox community, which greatly influences the way the community will vote, often after interviewing political candidates. In the 2020 presidential election, Republican Donald Trump received 82.5% of the vote, 30,648 votes, ahead of Democrat Joe Biden with 17.2%, 6,397 votes, and other candidates with 0.3%, 117 votes. Trump won his greatest margin from any municipality in the whole state. In the 2016 presidential election, Republican Donald Trump received 74.4% of the votes, 17,914 votes, ahead of Democrat Hillary Clinton with 24.2%, 5,841 votes, and other candidates with 1.4%, 333 votes. In the 2012 presidential election, Republican Mitt Romney received 72.9% of the vote, 19,2 273 cast, ahead of Democrat Barack Obama with 26.7%, 7,062 votes, and other candidates with 0.3%, 87 votes. Among the 26,590 ballots cast by the townships, 41,233 registered voters, 168 ballots were spoiled, for a turnout of 64.5%. In the 2008 presidential election, Republican John McCain received 69.1% of the vote, 19,173 cast, ahead of Democrat Barack Obama with 29.7%, 8,242 votes, and other candidates with 0.5%, 144 votes. Among the 27,750 ballots cast by the townships, 39,640 registered voters, for a turnout of 70.0%. In the 2004 presidential election, Republican George W. Bush received 66.4% of the vote, 16,045 ballots cast, outpolling Democrat John Kerry with 32.5%, 7,852 votes, and other candidates with 0.4%, 137 votes. Among the 24,152 ballots cast by the townships, 35,217 registered voters, for a turnout percentage of 68.6%. In the 2013 gubernatorial election, Republican Chris Christie received 82.4% of the vote, 11,850 cast, ahead of Democrat Barbara Buono with 16.9%, 2,427 votes, and other candidates with 0.7%, 107 votes. Among the 14,921 ballots cast by the townships, 41,567 registered voters, 537 ballots were spoiled, for a turnout of 35.9%. In the 2009 gubernatorial election, Republican Chris Christie received 54.9% of the vote, 10,528 ballots cast, ahead of Democrat John Cornyn with 30.8%, 5,910 votes. Independent Chris Daggett with 2.6%, 506 votes, and other candidates with 0.7%, 142 votes. Among the 19,171 ballots cast by the townships, 37,928 registered voters, yielding a 50.5% turnout. Education. The Lakewood School District serves students in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade and is broken up into 3 different stages of schooling. As of the 2018-19 school year, the district, comprised of 8 schools, had an enrollment of 6,767 students and 492.5 classroom teachers on an FTE basis, for a student-teacher ratio of 13.71. Schools in the district with 2018-19 enrollment data from the National Center for Education Statistics are Lakewood Early Childhood Center with 206 students in pre-K, Allergy, Clark School with 606 students in grades 2-5, Clifton Avenue School with 365 students in grades 2-5, Oak Street School with 794 students in grades 1-5, Pine Elementary School with 509 students in grades pre-K1, Spruce Street School with 479 students in grades pre-K1, Lakewood Middle School with 1334 students in grades 6-8, and Lakewood High School with 1243 students in grades 9-12. In recent years, the Lakewood School District has had budgetary issues, shutting down briefly in 2019 due to a funding deficit. The district spends more money on special education programs than any other district in the state and has a high bill for mandatory busing to non-public schools. Town leaders also cite imbalanced state funding formulas as the root of the district's financial problems. Georgian Court University is a private Roman Catholic university located on the shores of Lake Carrizalter. Founded in 1908 by the Sisters of Mercy as a women's college in North Bainfield, New Jersey, the school moved to the former estate of George J. Goodday in Lakewood in 1924. Women made up 88% of the student population in fall 2006. There are many yeshivas and Jewish day schools serving the Orthodox Jewish community, with the school district providing busing to 18,000 students enrolled at 74 yeshivas as of 2011 and 25,000 by 2016. BMG, one of the world's largest yeshivas, had an enrollment in excess of 5,000. It is a post-high school institution for higher education, where students primarily focus on the study of the Talmud and Halakha Jewish law. The non-denominational Calvary Academy serves students in kindergarten through 12th grade. The Roman Catholic-affiliated Holy Family School served youth from preschool through 8th grade under the auspices of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Trenton. In 2014, the diocese announced that the school was closing at the end of the 2014-2015 school year, as fewer students were enrolling. Roads and highways. The township had a total of 193.50 miles of roadways, of which by Ocean County convert by the New Jersey Department of Transportation. The Garden State Parkway is the most prominent highway in Lakewood. It passes through the eastern part of the municipality, connecting Toms River in the south to Brick in the north, with one major interchange serving Lakewood at exit 89. Drivers can access Route 70 from exit 89 after exit 88 was permanently closed in November 2014. The state and U.S. routes that pass through are Route 70, Route 88 and Route 9. Major county routes that pass through are CR 526, CR 528, CR 547 and CR 549. Public transportation. The Lakewood Bus Terminal is a regional transit hub. NJ Transit provides bus service on the 137 and 139 routes to and from the Port Authority Bus Terminal in New York City to Philadelphia on the 317 routes, to Newark on the 67 and to Atlantic City on the 559. The Lakewood Shuttle is a bus with two routes, one in town and one in Industrial Park. Ocean Ride local service is provided on the OC3 Brick/Lakewood/Toms River and OC4 Lakewood Brick Link routes. Lakewood Airport is a public-use airport located 3 miles southeast of the township's central business district. The airport is publicly owned. The Monmouth Ocean Middlesex Line MOM is a passenger rail project proposed by NJ Transit Rail Operations and JT to serve the central New Jersey counties of Monmouth, Ocean, and Middlesex, which would serve Lakewood. Notable people. People who were born in, residents of, or otherwise closely associated with Lakewood Township include Itzhak Abadi, born 1933, Rabbi and Posek Martin Abramovitz, born 1933, diplomat Val Ackerman, born 1959, first president of the Women's National Basketball Association T. Alders, class of 1996, fine artist, photographer and graphic designer, best known for his original self-art paintings Joe Barham 1920-1998, Resort to Spider Bennett, born 1943, professional basketball player in the NBA with the Dallas Chaparrals and Houston Mavericks, Tyrus Beverett, born 1995, professional Canadian football linebacker for the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the Canadian Football League, Yisrael Pinchas-Bodnar, rabbi and author of books on various topics of halakha, Brandon Carter, born 1986, former offensive lineman for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Håkan Chevalier, 1901-1985, author, translator, and professor of French literature at the University of California, Berkeley. Best known for his friendship with physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, Simshib M. Cohen, rabbi, posek and author Michael Kudlitz, born 1964, actor who has appeared in Southland and Band of Brothers and Godin Team 1901-1963, first president of South Vietnam Mark Echo, born 1972, founder and CEO of Echo Arnold. Shimon Adadai, 2007, rabbi, author on halakha and expert on the construction of a Reuven Mendel Epstein, convicted leader of the New York Divorce Coalition, Candice Dell, born 1942, pitcher who played for the San Francisco Giants, Mike Gesicki, born 1995, tight end who plays for the Miami Dolphins of the National Football League, Hazel Gluck, born 1934, politician and lobbyist who served in the New Jersey General Assembly and held several posts in the cabinet of Governor Thomas Keene George J. Good, 1864-1923, financier and railroad executive, whose estate became Georgian Court University, Virginia East. Hens, born 1946, politician who serves on the Ocean County Board of Chosen Freeholders and had served in the New Jersey General Assembly from 1992 to 1994 and as executive director of the New Jersey Lottery from 1994 to 2002. Yehida Jacobs, 2020, Mash Yetrip Shawnee Spiritual Guidance Counselor at BMG Sedge Jarrah, 1896-1985, conductor, composer, and founder of the Don Cossack Chorus Sandcasting, born 1952. President and part owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and former president of the Washington Nationals, Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawks, and Atlanta Thrashers. Asterisk Shanakis Jaskol, born 1975, activist and writer whose work focuses on women's rights in Orthodox Judaism and the visibility of women in Israel's Orthodox communities. Edith Kingdon, 1864-1921, actress, wife of George J. Goodaya and Kotler, 1891-1962. Founder of BMG and a preeminent authority on Torah in the 20th century, Manhedi Jews S.H. Nur Kotler, 1918-1982. Rosh Yeshiva of BMG, Malkil Kotler, born 1951. Current Rosh Yeshiva of BMG, Cliff Crest, born 1968. Professional golfer, Mel Lichtenstein. First head mayor of a U.S. municipality with a significant non-Jewish population, Joseph Mayor, 1877-1942. Mayor of Belmar, New Jersey, who later served on the Ocean County Board of Chosen Freeholders, Honey Hand on May 1920-2022. photographer best known for her street photography as a member of the New York Fruit League Prominence in 1916-2003, Negro League baseball pitcher from 1938 to 1940 Charles W. Morris 1856-1933, Wall Street speculator Loan Murchison 1898-1979, Olympic athlete who won gold medals in 1920 and 1924 in the Forks and 100 and relay event Yisrael Newman. Born 1947, Rosh Yeshiva of BMG Ur Shamalshan, Rosh Yeshiva of BMG Arthur Newton Pack 1893-1975. Naturalist and writer who founded the American Nature Association and the periodical Nature magazine Hyde and Prop to 1903-1996, member of the New Jersey Senate as Freeman, rabbi and author who has written about inter-community dialogue within Judaism. Richard Roberts, born 1957, pharmaceutical executive, philanthropist and political activist John D. Rockefeller, 1839-1937, industrialist and philanthropist at an estate in Lakewood, as well as other homes in Ohio, New York, and Florida. His family donated a large tract of land it owned in Lakewood to Ocean County, where the county built the current Ocean County Park on Route 88. Lakewood Allen Rothenberg Esquire, born 1951. President of the National Jewish Commission on Law and Public Affairs called Robert Schmutz, 1926-1975. Founder and CEO of Leisure Technology Corporation and former owner of the Portland Trail Blazers and Boston Celtics. David Shuster, born 1947. Rosh Yeshiva of BMG Almond Sherman, born 1949. Actor, best known for playing the Fernie bartender Quark in the television series Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Betsy Shaw, born 1945. Poet who was Poet Laureate of Maine from 2006 to 2011. Arthur Sigel, 1923-1994. Songwriter Robert Singer, born 1947, member of the New Jersey Senate and former mayor of Lakewood Township. J. R. Smith, born 1985. NBA basketball player who plays for Cleveland Cavaliers. Lou Soloff, born 1944. Jazz trumpeter Israel Taplin, author of The Dateline and Halot Penina Taylor. County missionary speaker Steve Tisch, born 1948. Film producer and chairman of the New York Saints Harry Lancaster to 1890-1991. Politician who represented New Jersey's 9th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives from 1943 to 1951. Mark Turtletop, born 1946. CEO of The Money Store and film producer and director Jake Turks, born 1986. Senior White House correspondent and chief political correspondent for Army magazine Charles Waterhouse, 1924-2013. Otis Murky Wilson, born 1956. Baseball player, mostly notably with the New York Mets. Twinnings. Rini Brak, Israel, since 2011.